Last year, I had an opportunity to climb one of the tallest mountains in Africa and one of the tallest freestanding mountains in the world, Mount Kilimanjaro. But nobody really tells you what the summit night actually feels like. At midnight, in the freezing temperature, with the most no sleep, we stepped into a complete darkness and began climbing towards the summit. At first, everything felt fine. But hour after hour, the mountain became harder and harder. The steep switchback felt endless. The air got thinner. My body became weaker. There was a moment during the climb where my body completely shut down. I had no energy left. My water was frozen. I couldn't breathe properly. I felt like I wasn't going to make it. But somewhere above the clouds, while fighting exhaustion, headache, freezing temperature, I realized this mountain was teaching me something much bigger than hiking. This journey taught me about the pain, faith, and refusing to give up even when every part of you wants to quit. So in this video, I want to take you through what summit night on Kilimanjaro really looked, how to prepare for it, and the powerful lessons I learned while standing at the roof of Africa. Summit night on Kilimanjaro is where the real challenge begins. It's not just another hike. It's a test of your body, your mindset, and your will to keep going. Most summit pushes start around midnight. You wake up in the freezing cold, usually after just a few hours of sleep. The temperature can drop well below freezing, and the wind makes it feel even colder. You step outside of your tent, and the first thing you notice is the silence. Then you look up, and the sky is absolutely filled with stars. It's one of the most beautiful things you'll ever see. One by one, headlamps start lighting up the trail. It looks like a slow-moving line of stars climbing the mountain. The pace is very slow, pole pole, as they say, step by step. At this altitude, every moment feels harder. Breathing becomes heavy, and even simple steps take effort. During my summit night, I was completely exhausted physically and mentally. The steep switchbacks felt endless. Climbing for hours in the dark started to mess up in my mind, and honestly, there were moments where I felt like I wasn't going to make it. After about 4 miles of climbing, my body completely shut down. I didn't snack enough. I had no energy left, and because I was wearing so many layers, I felt like I couldn't even breathe properly. At one point, my guide noticed I was struggling badly. He unzipped my jacket to let the cold air in, and surprisingly, that small moment helped me recover. I forced myself to eat some snacks even though I didn't feel like eating at all. My water had already frozen from the cold, but slowly I started climbing again. And then something incredible happened. As the night continued, the sunrise slowly started appearing above the cloud. The dark sky began turning blue, then orange, and for a moment all the pain disappeared. Seeing the sunrise over Africa while standing above the clouds felt unreal. It was one of the most beautiful things I have ever witnessed in my life. But the higher I climbed, the harder everything became. Eventually, I made it to Stella Point, and honestly, I thought that was the summit. But then I was told the summit still wasn't there. At that point, I had absolutely zero energy left. The weather, the sun, the freezing temperature, and the thin air gave me a pounding headache. I felt like I was going to pass out, but I refused to give up. In my mind, I kept praying, God, please help me just to touch that sun. I kept telling myself, you can do this, just keep moving. because deep down I knew if I sat down or stopped for too long, I wouldn't be able to get back again. So I kept pushing.
Kunywa maji.
I could see the summit sign in the distance, but somehow it felt like every step made it move further away. Step by step, slowly, exhausted, fighting through every emotion and every breath, until finally I got closer. And the moment I reached that summit sign was one of the greatest feelings I have ever experienced in my life.
Team! Push! Push! Now stop! Now stop!
Alright guys, we made it to the top.
Standing there at the top of Kilimanjaro taught me something bigger than climbing a mountain. Life is a lot like summit night. Sometimes the journey gets painful. Sometimes you feel exhausted, discouraged, or ready to quit because nothing seems to be working no matter how hard you try. But I learned that giving up guarantees you never reach the top. The only way forward is to keep taking one more step. Even when it hurts, even when you're tired, even when you feel like you can't do it anymore. And the most importantly, I learned that with God all things are possible. There were moments on that mountain where I truly felt like I had nothing left in me, but God gave me strength to keep moving forward. And that's something I will carry with me for the rest of my life.